say a few things. First of all, throughout the process itself, I believe God is with us, and today, once again, it's not a coincidence. What you have on your hand that will be distributed, and these are the things that you could give away to the people that you meet as well. Initially, I was thinking, you know what? I'm going to give up T-shirts. We're going to give away CDs. We're going to give away candies or something. But long story short, through some discussion with the leadership of our church, we feel that, hey, you know what? Let's take a look at it and let's think about something else. And I pretty much made something like this. And yesterday, when I asked some of the care group members just to help fold, they say, "That's it." You know, they were hoping that we'll come up with something else. But ultimately, the most important thing for the people that we're going to meet is the salvation and the gospel of Christ. And it is not coincidence as well that there are hundreds of ways to approach people to receive Christ. Austin, think about the 4 steps. And God led me to the same 4 steps as well. It's not pure coincidence. It's the same Spirit that works in all us. At the care group, I mentioned a little bit yesterday that, you know, each one of us have different gifts, but they're all from the same Spirit, right? Some have the gift of leadership, like Amara. Some have the gift of prophecy. Some might have the gift of worship. So what that means is one of us have certain strength. So let's say some of us is gifted in swimming. That means you can swim really well and be maybe a winner in swimming competition. But that doesn't mean we that are not gifted in swimming cannot swim. Some of us are gifted to become singer, do a worship lead. But that doesn't mean that we cannot sing. We can. Some of us have the gift of prophecy. But that doesn't mean we cannot prophesy. There are others that can prophesy better than us because that's their gift. But I think each one of us have that same Spirit and that have that same gifts. We have some of this basic. So I just want to share a little bit. Some of us have doubt, some of us have fear. And in the 1 Corinthians chapter 14, this is something that we got from the care group yesterday too. Follow the way of love, which is the most important. So 1 Corinthians 14. And eagerly desire spiritual gifts, especially the gift of prophecy. And that message is for everybody. Okay? There is eagerly desired a gift. First of all, it's love. When all fails, it's love. Okay? And I'm going to close, and I'm going to pass it back to Kevin. The 2 Peter chapter 1, verse 3. The heading of this passage is talking about making one's calling and election sure. Each one of us is in this room. God has purpose, and we have calling. And the more you act on that calling, the more you will be sure about it. You know, Austin has the gift of evangelism. It's not the first time he realized it, but as the more he does it, the more he realizes it. You never know that you're a prophet unless you try it. You never know that you're a healer unless you try it. You never know that you're an evangelist until you try it. Okay? Even the greatest swimmer, Michael Phelps, he had to learn how to swim. Okay? So his divine power has given us everything we need for life and godliness through our knowledge of Him who called us by His own glory and goodness. So do we have what we need? The answer is yes. And that's faith. So if you think that you still have the fear, you think that you don't have what you need, it's not you, it's not me, the answer is His divine power, the Christ that lives in you, has given you everything that you need for life and godliness through our knowledge of Him who called us by His own glory and goodness. Through this, He has given us His very great and precious promises. What is His promise? In the handout last week, God also said that the words I say to you are not just my own. That was John 14, verse 10. Rather, it is the Father living in me, God living in Jesus, the same God that lives in us, who is doing His work. Believe me when I say that I am in the Father and the Father is in me. or at least believe on the evidence of the miracles themselves. I tell you the truth, anyone who has faith in me will do what I have been doing. He will do even greater things than this, because I am going to the Father. Jesus went to the Father so that he can send the Holy Spirit that lives in us. And I will do whatever you ask in my name, so that the Son may bring glory to the Father. You may ask me for anything in my name, and I will do it. So you will do greater things than Jesus did. Okay? Through this, he has given us his very great and precious promises, so that through them you may participate in the divine nature and escape the corruption in the world caused by evil desire. That's two things. You have to participate in the divine natures, but at the same time you have to escape from the corruption of this world. And you have that. So, normal Christian life is a life that evangelizes others, that love others. When you see miracles happen surrounding you and signs and wonders follow you, that's your normal life. If you haven't seen that, that means you haven't lived your normal Christian life. Anyway, I'm going to pass it back to you, Kevin.